Author's POV. Here's the key of your hotel room. Let's gather again in the evening. We will be having a barbecue at night, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆 said while looking at the group of people in front of her. She started to pass the keys to everyone. Freen stretched her body, feeling all the tiredness from the 3 hours drive. Becky, on the other hand, glancing towards the taller girl. Are you tired? Your body hurts? Becky asked worriedly. Freen nodded her head with a little pout, which made the shorter girl hold her hand, rubbing the soft skin while slightly let out a small smile. Take a nap after this, okay? I will massage your shoulder, Becky whispered softly. Just a massage? Anything you want me to do. Becky replied, slightly biting her lower lips, which made the taller girl's heart jumping in excitement. Ew, gross. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈 came to the scene as she happened to overheard the conversation between the two lovers. Freen turned around, giving another death glares to the shorter girl. Jealous ass, who's your room partner? Freen asked, looking around. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈 are definitely Iron's partner, and the 3 excited boys will be in the same room together, leaving 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈 the only one left without a partner between them. With you guys. What? The lovers said in unison while looking at each other, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈 already letting out her evil laugh and wrapping her arms around Becky's. Yay, I'm gonna be in the same room with both of you. It's okay, right, Becky? Hey, stay away from my girlfriend. Freen said, pulling the smaller girl away from 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈, basically protecting her lover. Oh, come on, Freen. No, seriously? You gonna stay in the same room as us? Are you sure? Like very, very sure right now? Because we dash. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈 have her own room, so stop getting worried, alright? We are not gonna bother you guys fucking each other tonight. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈 cut Freen's off, making the two lovers' face reddened with the words, Becky hiding her face on the taller girl's shoulder. Stop it. Becky muttered while Freen let out her small smile. We will go first, I need a nap right now. Let's go, baby, Freen said, pulling the smaller girl's hand and intertwined their fingers together. How about our luggages? Becky asked. Billy and Hang will bring it to our room, don't worry. Wait, what? The two guys had their head up while looking at each other in confusion. They definitely didn't sign up for that. Thank you, gays. Freen immediately run away from the scene, still holding on Becky's hand tightly as they make their ways towards the room. The smaller girls feel nervous all of a sudden without no reason. Is it because they gonna sleep in the same room? Or because this is their first vacation together? Becky mentally slapping herself inside, why would she get shy for no reason? It's not like they never fucked each other before. Bed. Freen immediately jumped on the bed, letting the soft mattress hitting her tired body. Becky smile and close the door. You look like a kid right now. I wanna sleep the whole day. Freen muttered, burying her face on the pillow. Nope, you are not going to sleep the whole day. We are at the beach, Freen, Becky replied, looking at the view of the blue beach not so far away from. The smaller girl letting out a wide smile, admiring how beautiful the view and weather is. Beach will always be her safe place to let out all the burden of life. Especially with the right person. 𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈, come here, lay down with me please, I need a company. Freen muttered tiredly, waking up Becky from her daydream. Her feet brought herself towards the queen-size bed as she immediately snuggled herself towards the taller girl, their arms wrapped tightly around each other. Freen smiled, closing her eyes, enjoying the moment, and for her, having Becky in her arms are the best feeling ever. Freen. What should we do after this? It's 12 in the afternoon, we still have plenty of time before the barbecue. Do you want to swim? Or strolling around? Jet ski? And I saw some people playing volleyball outside. Becky excitedly talking while the girl on the other hand just listened carefully. Anything you want to do, 𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈, I'm okay with anything. Freen tiredly responded as she's already in the verge of falling asleep because of the long drive. How I wish there's a shark diving here. What diving? Freen opened her eyes, looking at the smaller girl in her arm, surprised with what she just heard. Shark diving, you know, swimming with shark? I want to do it so bad, but there's no available place in Thailand. Becky said sadly, looking at the taller girl. Oh, thank God. But there's one in South Africa, we can see the great white shark, and the nearest one here is in the Philippines. Can we go there someday? Becky asked, tightening the hug with her puppy eyes. Oh no, let's not do something that could murder us, please, Freen spoke, letting out a nervous chuckle. You don't love me, Becky muttered, giving a cold glare. Wait, what? Of course I love you. No you don't want to do shark diving with me, that's not love. Freen mentally facepalm, Becky definitely didn't want to let her breath in peace. Does she have a choice now? No, she don't. Oh okay, we will go there someday, right now let's take a nap, okay? I love you baby, Freen said, pulling the girl closer as Becky happily burying her face on the taller girl's chest. You promise me, right? If you break your promise I will kick your ass, Freen, Becky warned, pointing her fingers on her lover's face, making Freen gulped down her saliva. Why yes, I promise. Her plans to convince Freen to go shark diving are finally working. Later that evening, they are currently playing volleyball together. Freen, as always, couldn't even take a breath without getting hit by the ball, because of how much they targeted the weak player. Stop attacking me, that's not fair. Freen, come on. Hit the ball. Hing shouted from the other side, the guy who had been the reason behind Freen's miserable state. I will hit your fucking balls, Hung. Freen yelled, giving her middle fingers towards the tall guy. Woohoo, no child for Hung. Nam cheered, putting her hands up as she sat on the sand. Becky laughed with the conversation as she made her way towards her lover, who currently sulking on the side. The smaller girl immediately wrapped her arms around Freen before caressing her cheek. It's okay baby, don't sulk, okay? Let's not play anymore. No, I'm still sulking. Why do you need to wear something like this? Freen muttered and madly wrapped the towel around the girl's body. Becky just grinned lightly before holding on the towel on her body. Didn't I look pretty in this swimming suit? At least I'm not in my bikini, Tirak. It's still showing your body curve. I swear to God I'm gonna kill Nam and Iron later for suggesting you to wear a freaking bikini. Do you want them to see your body? No, I won't let that happen because dash. Her words cut off when a pair of lips met hers. Freen stunned for a moment before looking at Becky, grinning, cupping her now red cheeks. What are you blathering about, Freen? Look, I'm not naked right now, okay? Calm down baby. I just dash. My naked body can only be seen by you. Becky whispered just beside Freen's right ear, sending shiver down to the taller girl's body. Becky pulled away with an innocent smile before quickly leaving the frozen girl alone. Freen definitely didn't see that coming. Becky just seduced her. And it's working. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Freen muttered and sat on the sand, slightly shaking her head while softly slapping her cheek. Her eyes wandered around the beach. Some of her friends already disappeared to the market to buy some ingredients for tonight, leaving Becky, Nam, Iron, and Nan at the scene. From there, she can see the smaller girl sitting on the sand with her black sunglasses nicely placed on top of her head, along with Nam, as Freen couldn't help but to smile with the cute side of Becky. She eventually stood up, making her way towards them, when suddenly stopping halfway when a three tall men approaching and stopping in front of them. Freen's eyes widened when they started to sit beside them. Oh hell nah. Hi pretty ladies, mind if we join? One of the guys said. Becky slightly scooped closer to Nam, who already squealing inside with how good looking they are. Becky awkwardly smiled and looked behind, basically asking for some help, but Iron and Nan already busy playing with the water like a little kid, leaving a pair of death glare looking straight into her. Freen stood still as her body didn't even move an inch, her fist tightened and already in the verge of ripping the sight of them. If a look could kill, they would be death right now. Becky quickly stood up, wanting to bring herself to the taller girl, but then suddenly a voice stopping her from going further. Hi, I'm Mew, may I get to know you? And from that Becky knew that she fucked up. Becky's POV. Smiled awkwardly while looking at him. My body started to shiver when I feel a presence from my back, and I definitely knew who it was. Freen wrapped the towel around my body, basically wanting to cover myself like a burrito, and the only thing I could do is to not do anything. Damn it, Becky. Freen. I held her arm. Excuse me, may I have my girlfriend back? I don't think she's interested to get to know you, Freen said and started pulling me up. The three guys surprised with the sudden confession, Freen already covering me with her body as I gulped down my saliva. Jealous Freen is scary. Oh wow, I didn't expect that. I'm sorry, I just wanted to be friend. Chill down. The 𝖗𝖆 guy said while letting out a little chuckle. I am chill right now, so if you don't mind we have another things to do. Freen started dragging me away from them. I can hear 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆 calling for us at the back, but the grip around my wrist tightened. The next thing I knew, I was at the restroom as Freen pushed me down on the bench. This is why I don't want you to wear that kind of clothes, Rebecca. Why is it so hard for you to listen to me? Did you see how their eyes looking at your body like a pervert? She started lecturing me while all I can do is listen and look down on my lap, the way Freen crossed her arms making me feel the tingle feelings in my stomach. Gosh, my girlfriend is so hot. Shit Becky, this is not the time for that idiot. Becky, do you hear me? I startled and quickly nodded my head. Freen ran her hand through her long black hair while closing her eyes, turning her back from me. My feet started to walk towards her as I wrapped my arms around her waist while resting my head on her back. I'm sorry, I will listen to you after this. Can you forgive me? I promise I won't wear anything like this anymore. Please. I said with the softest voice I could do, hoping to calm her heart down, and I can see that it's working when Freen turned around looking at me. Don't worry now, alright? Let's go back, shall we? Remember that we leave 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈 with them, I said, smiling widely, letting out a little chuckle. What if they try to hit on you again? Freen asked, her voice sound worried. If that's so, I will kiss you in front of everyone just for them to know that I belong to you, and you only, Freen. Author's POV. Night came as everyone gathered around sitting on the mat placing nicely on the white sand, the surrounding become lighter from the fire pit they did together earlier. The smell of the smoke and barbecue filled the whole place, the view of the night beach making the smaller girl's lips curve into a small smile. It's getting colder with the soft cold wind hitting her body, she immediately rubbing her arm, hoping to ease the coldness. Suddenly, Becky feel a warm small blanket wrapped around her shoulders as she immediately look up just to meet with a pair of eyes looking lovingly towards her. That's why I prefer wearing a sweater tonight rather than a thin dress you are wearing. Why do I need a sweater if I have you? You can hug me, right? Becky asked with a teasing smile, making Freen let out a chuckle. You are right. Becky stood up and suddenly held the girl hand before pulling her away from their friends who are currently doing their own things. Hey, where are you guys going? The food will be done in 10 minutes. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆 yelled, reminding after seeing the two lovers started to walk away from them. Let them be 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈. They are going to make out. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈 added, laughing, earning a death glared from the taller girl. Freen showed the middle finger towards him before Becky softly hit her arm, pulling the girl away from the situation. That's bad. What? He started it. Freen defended herself, but soon quieted down after seeing Becky cold stare. She could never win when it comes to Becky. Fine, I'm sorry. The shorter girl chuckled before sitting down on the sand, their hands still intertwined tightly as Freen quickly followed. The action sitting side by side and their shoulders touched. The moon, the sky, and the beach shining in front of them. Becky took a deep breath, inhaling the scent she loves the most along with her favorite person as she leaned her head on the taller girl's shoulder. I'm not ready. Not ready for what? Freen asked. To leave high school life behind, even though I always said I can't wait to be a lawyer and study hard in university, it suddenly hit me hard that when I realized everything won't be the same anymore. I will be away from our friends and also, away from you. Becky confessed, her voice lowered. The taller girl chuckled before leaning their head together as their hands intertwined again, tightening the grip. That's what you have been thinking about, Becky? Yes, that's the thing that have been running in my mind. That's how life works, it depends on whether we can do it or not. You are not gonna lose our friends and also me, we still can find a way to get through this even though we choose a different paths in our career. I trust you, and you gotta trust me too, alright? Freen said as their eyes met. Becky nodded her head as her expression saddened. The thought of being away with the girl she loves the most are breaking her inside. Promise me you will wait for me no matter how long it takes for us to be like this again, Becky said, raising her pinky finger. I promise you, I will find a way for this moment between us to happen again in the future. Freen replied. Their eyes sparkling, showing how much they love each other. Becky smiled with the sight and nodded her head, smiling widely as their pinky fingers intertwined. Is it too early if I say I want to marry you right now? Wait, what? Seriously, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆'𝖘? That's so bold of you for talking about marriage right now. We literally just finished high school, Becky said, laughing before pinching the taller girl's nose. What? I'm dead serious. I would marry you right now if I can. I dreamed about having a family with you last night. Freen confessed. What do you mean having a family? You and I, getting married and have a children. Isn't that cute? Oh God, Freen, that's why you are so clingy after you woke up yesterday. So 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆'𝖘. Becky squealed, looking at how cute her lover is as her hands automatically squeezing Freen's soft cheeks repeatedly. The older girl whined before softly pushing Becky's hand away from her face. Stop it, it hurts. You are too cute, that's why. Don't blame it on me. Becky defended herself, leaving the taller girl a laughing mess. Can I kiss you? Why are you asking? Becky said before pulling the back of Freen's neck, crashing their lips together. Sharing a sweet, passionate, yet a little rough kiss together, making their heart beating like crazy. The cold surroundings lighten up the mood even more, while their lips still dancing against each other. Freen pulled away first as they look at each other, eyes with full of love and full of unspoken words between the lovers. I can't never get enough of you. Freen mumbled before leaning closer again. Freen, enough making out. Help us preparing the food, horny ass. The voice coming from behind making the taller girl curse under her breath, Becky letting out a laugh, looking at Hang waving towards them before back to her frustrated lover. I'm gonna kill him later. Please do, I'm rooting for you, Freen. Wait for me, I will be back soon. Freen said, leaving a kiss on Becky's cheek before quickly stood up, running towards the group of people. Becky watched her back as her lips still having the genuine smile, slowly shaking her head, seeing Freen kicking the tall guy like a little kid fighting for toys. I'm so lucky. Hey! We meet again. The voice suddenly appears on her right side as she startled before quickly looking at where it comes from and saw a tall guy standing beside her. Oh God, it's you. Yeah, it's me, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆 replied, making Becky immediately stood up, fixing her dress. Why are you here again? Becky asked. Before that, look at this, he replied, bringing his empty hand towards Becky's right ear, making the girl startled after seeing a white rose coming out of nowhere. Ta-da! A white rose for you. 𝖗 said, handing the flower. Becky, still surprised with whatever happening right now, she froze, having her mouth slightly open as 𝖗 chuckled with the reaction. How did you do that? I'm a magician, surprise? 𝖗 replied with a chuckle. The girl soon come to her sense before slightly back away after seeing how close their gap is. 𝖗 noticed the tension as he take a step back to respect her space. At least take the flower? 𝖗, you knew I'm in a relationship and I have a girlfriend. Whatever you are doing right now is wrong, alright? Becky replied, frustrated. Yes, I know. It's a crime for a pretty girl like you to be single. 𝖗 said, smiling, making the smaller girl sighed. 𝖗. Look, I'm sorry, okay? But trust me, I'm really genuine to be friends with you. I promise nothing more, he said, putting his hand up. Becky sighed again before taking a deep breath, looking at him. His eyes showing how genuine he is, but Becky still couldn't buy that. First, why are you here again? Your friend kind of invited us for a barbecue. Is it 𝖗? Yeah, she seems very interested with one of my friend and looks like he feel the same way, 𝖗 answered with a little chuckled. They look at the direction on the people, Freen on the other hand putting the food on everyone's plates, completely unaware about her girlfriend who currently having the simple conversation. Stop eating the meat, hang. Grill more, Freen said slapping his arm. I just took one. Hey, enough you two. Why are you acting like a kid? Billy said, shaking his head. Freen rolled her eyes, giving a one last glare towards the tall guy before back to doing her work. Suddenly, her eyes wandered around, looking for her lover, and then she can feel her body froze looking at the sight of Becky and 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆𝖘 talking together. What the hell? Freen cursed under her breath as she was about to move away, but a hand pulling her back again. Wait Freen, calm down. You are holding a freaking knife. Hang said after noticing the sight too. Who the hell invite him and his friends? Freen asked madly as the two guy immediately pointed towards the woman. Nom, currently talking and giggling while having the conversation with one of the guy. Freen closed her eyes before putting the knife down, immediately walking faster towards Becky direction. Oh fuck, shit about to blow up. Non suddenly muttered. Becky sighed for the 100th time after repeatedly rejecting his request asking for her phone number. This is one of the things she hates the most when people keep pushing and forcing her. Mew, I told you, I don't want to dash. Becky. The voice immediately awakened the adrenaline inside of Becky. They immediately turn around just to see Freen looking at them, flaming inside her eyes. Freen. Becky, go help them preparing the food. Freen spoke without taking a glance towards her lover. Her eyes fix on the tall figure in front of her. Mew rubs his not-so-itchy neck while looking away. He, himself, couldn't bear with the scary glance of Freen. Freen, I dash. I said go. Freen said as her voice became 10 times serious than before. Becky didn't have any choice but to quickly walk away, leaving the two of them together. Mew was about to follow the smaller girl, but Freen immediately pulled him back. You and me need to talk. Iron, help, I think I fucked up. I told you already, stay away from that Mew guy. He clearly like you. I already rejected him repeatedly, but he won't listen. I really hope Freen won't do something stupid. I can't even see them anymore, and it's been 15 minutes. Becky said, panicking all over her face. Becky, calm down, I'm sure they just have a normal talk and they will be back again, Iron said. Becky sat down again while looking at the untouched food on the plate. Freen and Mew still haven't came back from the talk they had before, and it's making the smaller girl panicked even more. Suddenly, the sight of them appears as Freen having a smile on her face while the other guy couldn't even look at Becky anymore. Hi 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆𝖘, sorry I'm late, Freen said sitting down beside the girl. What are you doing? What took both of you so long to talk? We just had a simple discussion, Freen said smiling. Becky turned around just to see at the other direction, and Mew immediately avert his gaze somewhere else, not even brave enough to look at Becky anymore. Freen. What's wrong? Freen whined after Becky crossed her arms looking at her seriously. What did you do? Nothing. We just talked, that's all, Becky. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆𝖘. Okay, fuck. Becky, look, I didn't want him to bother you anymore, that's it. What did you do, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆𝖘? I kind of threatened him. Freen answered honestly, looking away. Becky sighed in frustration before massaging her temple. Freen on the other hand slightly pouted and looked at Becky. What did you threaten him? I just said that if he bothered you again, I will haunt him for the rest of his life. Freen, be serious. Okay, fine. I might use a little violence at the end, but that's it. Oh my god, what did you do? Becky asked in frustration, massaging her temple. I just kicked his leg, and threatened him. Turn out his dad are working under my dad, so, jackpot, I guess? Freen said, rubbing her nape with a grin. Gosh, I can't with you, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖈𝖆𝖘, that's bad. You shouldn't do that again. Why are you defending him? Freen whined in response. Look, I'm not defending him, Freen. I'm worried about you, he is a guy, and he might harm you, baby. Becky said softly, tilting her head like a cat while rubbing the taller girl's cheek. It's instantly melted herself. Becky definitely looked like a cat. A cat that she wanted to cuddle and kiss all day long. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Freen apologized, and suddenly she felt a pair of lips placing nicely on her cheek. Don't do that again, okay? Becky said. Freen immediately nodded her head, looking at Becky like an obedient kid. I won't do that again. Hey, enough flirting you two. Let's eat. Cut there. Moment off, making both of them sighed in frustration. He is such an asshole. Freen muttered. It's been a month since their last vacation. Everything went back to normal as everyone waiting for the results of their university entrances. Freen grabbed her jacket along with the car keys before walking out of the room, immediately going downstairs. She wanted to spend as much time as she could with Becky, knowing after this, they will be busy with all the exams and the application for universities. Freen, can we talk? The girl stopped halfway after hearing her father's voice echoing. Around the living room, she let out a deep sigh again. I can't, I have plans, Freen said, not wanting to hear another explanation about their broken relationship. Freen, honey, let's talk first, can we? It's the older woman turn to talk. Somehow it's making Freen feeling weak with how much she miss her family. She couldn't lie about that. Freen take another deep breath before sitting on one of the couch, facing the two figure in front of her. Her eyes went down to her lap, didn't have the courage to face them again. What is it? Freen asked, breaking the silence. Me and your mom, thinking about going back together again. The news she just heard awakened up the adrenaline inside of her. Freen quickly looking up, meeting her parents' gaze. For the first time in a while, she sees some hope again. For real? Freen asked again, couldn't really hide the excitement in her voice. Yes, honey. Fawn said softly, letting out a small smile. Freen was speechless. She didn't know what to do or how to react again. The thought of her parents trying their best to fix their family again, taking the hatred feeling she had been feeling for them. I don't know what to dash. Before that, I want you to choose. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆 cut his daughter off. Fawn immediately grabbed his arm, shaking her head repeatedly, leaving the younger girl in confusion. Freen can see how her father's expression changed in a second. What do you mean, Dad? Freen asked, her voice lowered. 𝖗𝖊𝖇, no. I want you to choose, between us going back together and fix our family again, or you continuing your relationship with that girl. Freen can feel her heart stopped for a moment. They knew about her hidden relationship with Becky. She can feel her knees become weak and heart pounding out of her chest. What is this? How? I'm not going to get mad at you for hiding your relationship all this time, but now I want you to choose between fixing our family or continuing your relationship with that girl again, 𝖗𝖊𝖇 said, letting out another sigh. Her name is Becky, not just that girl, Freen replied and scoffed before standing up, wanting to leave the situation again. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖈, stay where you are and give me the answer right now. 𝖗𝖊𝖇 spoke sternly. Freen turned around and faced him again, meeting the scary gaze, but she didn't even budge from her place. Give me a reason. Why do I need to choose? Me and Becky are doing just well all this time, and I even did well in all the exams, just like how you want, Dad. Becky was the one standing by my side when you and Mom decided to break our family, and now this is the conversation we had? Wow. You are going to university and study hard, not having a stupid relationship like you did. This might affect your future, 𝖗𝖊𝖇, and this is not the right time to fall in love. 𝖗𝖊𝖇 yelled. Please stop this. Fawn butted in, pulling 𝖗𝖊𝖇 by his arm while Freen trying her best not to break down again. All the words coming from her own father are stabbing repeatedly inside. She couldn't believe this is all happening again. She couldn't even imagine the life without Becky. Becky are not going to be my distraction, and I already proved to you. I scored all the exams in high school, and I even applied for medical university, just like you wanted. What else do I need to do? You are literally threatening me, Dad. Do you realize that? Freen snapped back, her voice shaken in anger and disappointment. I don't care, but I want you to choose 𝖗𝖊𝖇. Just said that you didn't like the fact I'm dating a girl. What if I do? What if I hated the fact that you were dating a girl? I am your father and I have the right to be mad. 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆 yelled, pointing his finger towards the smaller girl. Fawn pulled him back again, scared what he gonna do. The fight between the father and daughter filling the entire mansion, Freen can feel her heart breaking every second of it. I don't know what's wrong with this family anymore, and I hate you so much, Dad. Freen yelled before stomping out of the living room while taking her car keys. You better come home with an answer, 𝖗𝖊𝖇𝖊𝖈𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖘. And with that, Freen immediately leave the house.